We now have, I believe, live with us former Home Minister, former Finance Minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram, who was the man who, dare I say, was the architect of the Congress's manifesto. Sir, I know your party has taken a decision not to engage or speak on the exit polls, but I want to ask you this before we go ahead. What would you believe are the two key things that worked well for the India Alliance in these elections, and what would be the two things that did not work as up to expectations?
Well, I can't speak for all of India. I can only say from my personal experience in Tamil Nadu and visits to a couple of southern states, what worked for us was one, the manifesto. Number two, the aggressive, assertive campaign mounted by the India bloc leaders. And three, the cohesion between Congress, DMK, SP, RJD, Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, and NCP Sharad Pawar. I think all six leaders worked together and mounted an aggressive campaign. I have elsewhere described it as an unusually aggressive campaign. I think these are the things that worked for us. What may not work for us, may not have worked for us, I'll have to wait to talk to my colleagues when I return to Delhi.
Right. Mr. Chidambaram, the Congress manifesto was in some point the focal point of the BJP's campaign, because the Prime Minister consistently talked about it. In fact, he brought in the issue of Muslim quotas, things that the manifesto did not say, said, all that. How do you feel about that, sir?
Well, I was surprised that the Prime Minister did not speak about his own party's manifesto. I have not heard a single speech of the Prime Minister or any of the other leaders of the BJP where they went into the contents of their manifesto and sold the promises of the manifesto. In fact, the manifesto was only a string of praises for Mr. Narendra Modi. There was no structure or content to the manifesto. Okay. The manifesto was not even called election manifesto. Whereas in the Congress's manifesto, there were specific statements, specific promises, and specific schemes. And as far as I know, they became the widely talked about points among the people. For example, the Mahalakshmi scheme, the apprentice scheme, the 400 rupees minimum wage for Magan workers, the loan write-off for defaulted education loans, okay, the 30 lakh vacancies that will be filled.
Right.
I think everybody, every section of the people knew about these specific promises.
Sir, while you make that point, and I know I don't want to ask you for a reaction on the exit poll numbers which are flashing on our screens as we speak to you. No, I'm not asking you for that. The Home Minister has said that the Congress is in denial mode and hence not participating in the exit polls conversation. How do you respond to that?
I have no comment. This is an indirect way of asking me to comment on the exit poll.
Okay.
I've never commented on an exit poll.
Okay, Mr. Chidambaram, a lot of us feel that, after the Ayodhya Pran Pratishtha ceremony, the Congress could have put in a lot of effort, but it seemed to a lot of us that the Congress started a little bit late. Do you think there were some problems with the party's campaign, at least with respect to, like starting early?
The campaign at the top was not slack. The campaign at the top was quite vigorous, quite aggressive, and quite intense. But I don't know the campaign at the constituency level or the district level. I don't know the campaign mounted by each candidate and the district Congress committees and the block Congress committees. I can't speak about that. I can only speak about Tamil Nadu and to some extent about Kerala.
And sir, what would your expectations be with regard to Tamil Nadu and Kerala? Because some of the earlier, initial trends are saying that the DMK Congress alliance could be doing really well in Tamil Nadu, but the BJP could also be making a mark there.
I maintain what our alliance leaders have consistently maintained since April 19, when Tamil Nadu went to polls. For the last 1.5 months, we have all maintained, after intense analysis and getting feedback from the ground, that we are poised to win all 40 seats in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. The margins may be lower than last time because the parties were fighting separately and they will poll their respective votes. But I think we are poised to win all 40 seats. Last time, we slipped in one seat because of internal problems. If there are special internal problems in a constituency of which I'm not aware, we may slip in one constituency or the other. But by and large, we are confident that we will win all the 40 seats.
As you say that, sir, would you agree that one of the problems for the Congress is that, like a Tamil Nadu or a Kerala in the south, you don't have that one state in the north, which is a direct Congress-BJP battle, where the Congress can claim to sweep. And sweep, by sweep, I mean win all the seats. Even in states where the Congress says it is doing well, it's only still looking at a close second position to the BJP. Would you believe that that's the key problem?
That's not correct. In 2019, it was practically a straight fight between BJP and Congress in Punjab, and the Congress won 8 of the 13 seats. Today, I think it's a straight fight between Congress and BJP in Haryana, in Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh. Therefore, either you win or lose, but those are straight fights. We have won in these states, we have lost in these states.
Okay.
So I don't agree that there are no states in which there is a straight fight between the Congress and the BJP.
I mean, win or lose by a huge margin. I'm talking of sweep. I mean, doing away with the BJP in a state, like winning 25 out of 25 in a state. You don't have that kind of states in the north.
Maybe you're right. We may not have even a state in the south if the Congress and the BJP fought alone without an alliance against each other. There's no state in the south either. In the south, we have always had alliance on one side and alliance on the other. So you're asking a hypothetical question.
Okay.
Where there's no state in the south either.
Professor Sandeep Shastri here has a quick question for you as well, who's on the panel here. Go ahead, Professor Shastri.
Sir, with the polls more or less closing, would you believe that given the type of focus you had on the Congress manifesto, it may have been better if the alliance had come up with a manifesto, had come up with a common minimum program, had a common strategy in the campaign? Would that have boosted the chances of the alliance much more?
I can't comment on that, but I can point out the difficulty. The alliance parties are essentially single state parties. DMK in Tamil Nadu, SP in UP, RJD in Bihar, Shiv Sena in Maharashtra. It's very difficult for a national party joining hands with other state parties to evolve a common manifesto for the whole country. It's very difficult. It's possible if you form the government, you can have a common minimum program. But pre-election, before the election, it's very difficult to try to forge a common manifesto. I would not be able to do that. And maybe there is somebody you have in mind who can work on such a manifesto. It's very difficult.